Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone, and today I just felt like doing a general reading. I'm gonna be using my Old Faithful deck, the Anna Kay Tarot. I'm using it because I have been trying to get acquainted with the new decks that I purchased, especially the Morgan Gray and the Ocho Zen Tarot. I like both of them, but I'm finding that with the Morgan Gray, I'm not connecting as well with that deck as I thought I would. It's nothing to do with the artwork. I really like the artwork, like I said in my review and stuff. And I think it is a pretty straightforward deck in terms of like the symbolism is pretty easy to interpret and kind of understand, like when messages come through. But I've been having issues with it in terms of not feeling like the messages that are coming through are accurate ones. And sometimes that happens, and I've experienced this in the past with certain decks where I feel like the energy for some reason is a little bit like um messed up, like it needs to be cleansed. uh because sometimes you may find that you might be working with the deck and it's not really giving you accurate information, and really what is needing is like for whatever energy is on it or surrounding it or whatever to kind of be cleared away first. And I have to say, I'm not the like some people, like readers, do this with like every single deck, like they always clear every single deck they have. To be honest, I don't necessarily do that all the time because I find with certain decks, it just feels like the energy is just right and the connection is right. Like the Anna K, for instance, it was like I've never necessarily cleansed this deck, but it's like from the first time I had it like in my possession, it just was like my right hand, like it, me and the deck just got on, like that was it. Like we just became best friends and it just worked and it was fine for me. And I've experienced that like with some other decks as well, where the connection just is automatic and the interpretations are very accurate and very clear from the start. But I'm kind of feeling like for some reason there's something up with that deck that is a bit off. And so I think what I'm gonna do is put it, stash it somewhere with some crystals and things to kind of just help the clear the energy of it, and um so that I feel a bit more confident in using it and trusting the information that comes through. um so that's that. The Ocho Zen, I don't feel like that's the issue with it. Like I feel like that one is reading better, but I just feel like I need to come. That's a deck that I still feel like I need to build a relationship with just to become more familiar with it, because like the symbolism and everything of that deck is quite different to the traditional interpretations. And even though I think it's an easy deck to also use, um uh yeah, I still am trying to get used to it. So but I am really liking the Ocho Zen Tarot. But I've decided to, because I was doing some readings for myself, because you guys know I haven't been doing professional readings for a while now. And I really just needed an answer for myself that I knew that I could trust. And so that this is the deck that I always like go to when I just like I really need an answer that I just know is gonna just be right there in my face, and it's just gonna be easy for me to understand and just know, and this is right. And so I'll do a general reading just for the sake of, because I already have it out and stuff. I haven't used my Anna K deck for quite some time as well, so it's almost. I'm also doing this reading, I guess, for me to even get back to being like acquainted with this deck again as well, because it's like an old friend to me. So let's see what shows up. So this is gonna be a reading for just any and everyone that is watching, and I don't know how many cards I'm gonna pull. We're just gonna see where spirit takes us. The first card is the Magician with the Sun, with the Nine of Cups, Two of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. So I like when the Magician shows up, especially showing up with the Sun. the Magician kind of shows us, who we are in terms of what we've mastered already, what we've achieved already, or what we can possibly achieve for ourselves. The Magician understands his skill, he understands his purpose. Like, he almost knows how to be and how to utilize certain situations, people, places, and things in order to gain what he wants. So it could be a case of representing a person that is very confident in their abilities, almost like a teacher, somebody that can be um someone that you can learn a lot from. And the Sun is kind of saying that, there's positive things to be had from an individual that is very skilled in what they do. So it's almost like looking at these cards together and then followed with the Nine of Cups. It's saying that wishes can come true, things are very promising, and it has like a very joyous energy, like, in these cards. And it's almost like this person has created this sense of joy in their own life, um through it could be connections with others, it could be celebrations to be had that apply directly to families, friends, and that kind of thing, socializing, creating really nice environments in that kind of way. um the Magician is also, he looks like he's looking towards the Nine of Cups. So it's almost like, I feel like for some people that may have had maybe issues in relationships in the past, or issues with certain people, it's like it gives you the opportunity to make amends. And it's almost like saying that you have the power to make amends. Like, it's almost like it's on you, or you can use your influence in order to mend certain relationships and things. So it's almost like if you've been finding that you're not getting on with certain people, it's like you have to be the one to kind of initiate things. And if you do, you'll find that things will improve for you. And with the additional cards, the Two of Swords, the Two of Swords can represent our doubts, our concerns. It can represent also the things that we need to figure out within our own self. And so I would say, like, looking at this card with the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles is also almost like looking up towards the sun. So she's looking at what is positive in her life, what is coming to her, what is coming, or even if you this was applying to a guy, what is coming to him in his life, about the new positive endeavors that are coming about. But then to a certain extent, I feel like the Magician showing up on top of the Two of Swords kind of represents maybe doubting some abilities that you should be confident in. Maybe you doubt yourself in terms of your own skill set, or maybe you doubt yourself in how prepared you are to do certain things in life, or to be in a certain position in your life at this time. And then with the doubts and the concerns, the Sun is saying that really you shouldn't have these doubts, because things can really go really well for you. And again, things can look very promising, but it's almost like, I feel like if you doubt yourself or doubt your capabilities, it's almost going to put a damper on things for no apparent reason. And so it just might be your insecurities showing up where they shouldn't, and stuff like that. Because the Queen of Pentacles is showing that there's plenty of potential for you to harvest new things. This is a really good time for you to plant seeds, create new starts for yourself, and think about the future, and think about where your future is going, and even how to add maybe more value to your life in different ways, and more happiness and joy. How can you bring these things into your life in a bigger way, in um yeah, in a way where you are more pleased with your circumstances, and where you're at right now. And the very last card is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles also has a feeling like the Queen of Pentacles. I kind of feel like this reading, whoever is connecting with this reading, it's almost like it shows a lot of bearing of fruits. And so it's talking about, again, harvest. It's talking about things being profitable, gain at this time. And so it can be material gain, material possessions, all those kind of things, but it also can be other things. It also can represent like nutrition. It can represent your body as well. Pentacles could represent the body, the physical body. So it might be that maybe you're working out more or being more concerned about your physical body, or and if that is the case, I kind of see some people being much more healthier, or maybe following like diet plans and things like that, or exercise plans that helps them to strengthen their bodies and things like that at this time. But then I also see with the Nine of Pentacles that it represents really good things for business and money and those kind of things as well. So if that is a focus, it's kind of again sort of saying that you have to have confidence in yourself, because the Nine of Pentacles is for me, the way I would interpret that card, would represent a person that is confident in their abilities, that isn't afraid to again establish a business, isn't afraid to make money on a new endeavor or something like that, or do what they need for themselves, because the Nine of Pentacles isn't so much a card about others, it's a card more about the self. So sometimes you may have to make decisions, and that kind of connects with the Two of Swords, making decisions that may not include somebody else. Maybe you have to make a decision that may seem a bit selfish, or that may seem like it's only for your own purpose or your own gain. Now that may not be a bad thing, it just depends on the circumstances, to which you're doing this, and obviously how it affects other people that are around you. But I kind of feel like maybe this is a case of stepping out on your own in some kind of way. For some of you guys, maybe you have to step out on your own to be independent, and to find your independence. So for even some of you guys, you might be maybe you're separating yourself a bit from the usual people you hang around with, or maybe the usual family members and stuff like that, to be able to go your own direction, which might be a bit difficult to do in the beginning, but it's almost like there's something better down the line for you that is going to come through with this newfound independence. And so for that reason, it could prove itself to be worthwhile. So that's kind of what I'm seeing in terms of like a general reading in these cards. So yeah, many blessings to you guys. I will be making some more videos and stuff as well, so do let me know what you like to see. But I'll be seeing you. Bye.